Hey everyone, it's Bridget here from Bridget's Healthy Kitchen, wishing you a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. I hope you're well and I hope you are safe. Thank you for joining me this very cool but very quick class. It doesn't take long to make what we're cooking today, which is the ginger crunch amazeballs, and I'll talk a bit more about how I even come up with this idea in a second. Doesn't take too long, but we're also going to be talking a little bit about how the key to success when it comes to wanting to eat healthy is to be prepared. So we're going to discuss a little bit about that. The reason being is that the ginger crunch amazeballs have been included in my new meal plan for the January 28-day boost camp for 2021. So this recipe is now being included in the meal plan, which I know for people who've done my meal plans before is a very exciting revelation to know that you get to create this wonderful treat, have it stored in your fridge. It'll last in there for sort of 2 to 3 weeks. It'll last in your fridge, so you're never too far away from having something really good for you and really, really delicious. And for anyone who's got a bit of a sweet tooth as well, this is a nice way just to look after your sweet tooth a little bit too. So really cool little recipe. And as I was saying, really cool way that I actually was able to create this recipe as well. So I'll talk a bit more about that later. Let's get straight into the recipe. As I was saying, it doesn't take very long, so you may not want to blink with this one because you might miss it. It's really quick. Okay, so come on down to my bench and we'll get into it. So the first thing about the ginger crunch amazeballs is the recipe is already available. If you have this book, More from Bridget's Healthy Kitchen, which is we lovingly refer to it as the green book, that the recipe, that's what we're making today, is on page 202 of the green book. But like I said, I've also included it in the meal plan with the recipe as well for the 28-day boost camp. It's not too late to join us if you want to come and join us on the boost camp as well. For all the campers who are watching this live, you are getting organized, and that's what this is all about. It's about being prepared, right? It is literally the key to eating healthy, is to make sure that you've always got things like this in your fridge. So the recipe, as I was saying, is simple. I'm going to put everything into a bowl, and then we're just literally going to blend it in our food processor. Now, depending on the size of your food processor, if you've got quite a large one, you could probably just put all the ingredients straight into your food processor bowl. But you guys know that I have, this is kind of my size, which is kind of one of these mini handheld blenders. So I'm going to be putting everything in here to begin with. And what that is, the first ingredient that we're going to be using is either you can use gluten-free oats or rolled oats, or, and I'm using whole rolled oats by the way, or you could use quinoa flakes if you wanted to as well. So we're putting 90 grams of our gluten-free oats, which is 3 ounces, goes into our bowl. We are also going to be putting in some coconut, and today I'm using desiccated coconut, which is the really kind of fine one. You can use coconut, and you can actually break your, look, you can do that too. It just didn't want to work anymore. I'll fix that later. You can use, of course, desiccated coconut. You can use shredded coconut if you like. I'll leave that up to you. And we're going to be adding into our bowl 60 grams of desiccated coconut, which is 2 ounces. Go in there. Now, if you, just be careful when you are buying your desiccated coconut, as I have had the unfortunate thing happen to me before, as I bought desiccated coconut in another country, and they'd actually added sugar to it. So just check your ingredients, guys, to make sure there's nothing but coconut in your bag of coconut. Make give it a bit of a stir. As well as that, we're going to be using medjool dates, which are those lovely fresh dates that you can buy. You can use normal dried dates as well if you want, but I do find those medjool dates just give it a little bit more of the extra specialness. And we're going to be adding 200 grams of our medjool, and what I did with them, you can see they're quite small, is I just threw them into my food processor and just gave them a rough chop in there beforehand. 200 grams of our pitted medjool or dried dates, which is about 7 ounces of dates goes in there. What about the ginger? I have to say that until I started eating healthy, I've never eaten so much ginger in my life. I love it. And into here, we're going to be adding 2 tablespoons of ginger. Yeah, I did say that. 2 tablespoons of finely chopped fresh ginger. Isn't that gorgeous? You're making a treat that actually has fresh ginger, and we all know how good ginger is for us. As well as that, let's balance out some of the flavors. With that, I'm going to be using just a teaspoon of Himalayan or mineral salt is going in there. And yeah, it is a teaspoon because obviously the dates are quite sweet, have natural sugars, so you want to balance out the flavors there by adding that teaspoon of mineral salt. I'm also going to be putting in a tablespoon, or about that much, of our pure vanilla extract. And just a little bit of a healthy fat is going to go in here as well. And for that healthy fat, I am using coconut oil. You can also use avocado oil as well. You could even, if you wanted to, you could use olive oil. So a tablespoon of our coconut oil is going in there. And then we're just going to give it a bit of a mix. Get rid of that for a while. Give it a bit of a stir through, just to get everything combined. And as you can see, it's a good, decent amount that you will be making. In fact, if you are on the boost camp, you will be making 20 balls from this mixture. So it's going to last you quite a long time. It's not like you're eating 5 balls a day, by the way. So read your meal plan so you guys know exactly how many you're going to be allowed to have a day, so we don't go crazy. We still have to be careful. But if you are just making these because you want to have a sweet treat in your fridge, then you could roll 20 to 30 balls. You could make them just a little bit more, smaller if you wanted to. I'll leave that up to you. But for the boost camp, you'll be rolling 20 balls from this mixture. So that's got to, really nicely well combined now. Let's think about adding it into our food processor. Obviously, we can't add it all at the same time because it may overwhelm my little Kenwood food processor here. And I've had a lot of people asking about what type of handheld blender I use. So yes, this is a Kenwood, and it is part of the Tri-Blade series. One of the reasons I really liked it is because it has lots of metal bits to it as well. It's not all made from plastic, so it's quite durable, and it's 1,000 watts, which means that it can, blend really well. So about half goes in there. We'll work with half at a time. And then just the lid goes on, and let's give it a bit of a blend. Doesn't need much work, right? About that much. And what you want to do once you've started blending it is you want to have, using obviously very clean, freshly washed hands, what you want to do is to sort of pick up a little bit in your fingers. And you should be able to pretty much roll it into a ball just like that. It should be wet enough that it sticks together really well without being crumbly. Because we are going to add one more ingredient, which is going to give it the crunch, so to speak. But you sort of want to do this. And you want to pinch it in between your fingers, and just to make sure that it's holding together really, really well. Obviously, that's going to firm up in the fridge as well, but that's your little test to make sure that it's moist enough. But I haven't had anyone complaining that it's too dry, so I think it's quite easy to get it to that type of consistency. The last thing that we're going to be adding in total is I'm going to be adding in, without breaking this, oh, it's looking like it might break. I'm not even going to take it off anymore. In here I have buckwheat grout. Now buckwheat, even though the name may suggest it's wheat and gluten, buckwheat are actually a seed. So this is not from a wheat-based plant. They are actually a seed. These are raw, and you can get buckwheat flour and make buckwheat pancakes and all that sort of stuff. So this is a gluten-free seed here. And I'm just going to be putting it straight in like that, nice and raw. And what that's actually going to give us is the wonderful crunch, which you get from ginger crunch, right? And the reason why I created this recipe is I kept on being asked by people to please make a healthy ginger crunch style treat. The one that we all remember had the ginger icing, etc., etc., and was cut up into a slice. And I came up with these because I found that buckwheat is really awesome in giving it such a good crunch. So in total, we're going to be adding into our mix. We're going to be adding into our mix, how much we're doing? 80 grams of buckwheat grouts. And you can buy buckwheat grouts from, usually in the health food section of your supermarket, if not a health food store. If not, you can always check online and see if you can purchase these online, but they are readily available. So 80 grams in total is going into there. So I'll put about 30 grams in there, and I'll put the other 50 grams into our bowl. I'm doing this later, like after I've already combined it, because I actually want to keep them as whole as possible. So I'm just going to be pulsing now, just to kind of mix them through. I don't want to break the buckwheat up. That's the idea. And you can kind of see it's all mixed through nicely, looks good, but you really can't, they really haven't been broken up, which is fantastic. So all that's left for you to do now is to roll them into balls. See, I told you this was a quick recipe. So quick, in fact, I've got time to clean my bench. Clean my surface down. All right. So you can sort of see why we need those clean hands, right? Because you are going to get involved here. This is a great exercise that you could do with, if you want to do it with the kids or the grandkids, or, if someone is kind of wanting to get involved and start to be a part of a healthy lifestyle. This is a nice way to get them involved, get them in there and get them rolling with you, because it's easy, but at the same time, it is a little bit of fun. So pick yourself up around about this isn't a golf ball size. I don't know what that size, maybe a ping pong ball size is around about what you want. If you want to be really precise, you can weigh them off. I can't remember how much they weigh. You could get them even if you want to. But you know what? It actually works really well if you kind of go for a ping pong ball size. And look how easy that is. They just come together so incredibly nicely. So I'll do another one for you guys. So just pick it up, pick up the mixture, about a ping pong ball size, and I'll see if I've done a pretty good job here. I'll do a bit of a comparison on the other one. Just, you're sort of rolling, see my thumbs moving there, I'm patting, but I'm not really doing too much actually. It looks like I'm doing a lot more than I am. That's not bad, eh? That's pretty good. One more for luck, see if it wasn't a fluke. And like I said, you can get 20 to 30 balls from this particular mixture, so it does make a lot. And for those who are on the boost camp with us starting next Monday, I know there's a lot of very excited people about starting next Monday. This is a little treat that you could even consider doing today, because it will last literally 2 to 3 weeks in your fridge. You won't even have to think about prepping this again, because it's going to make you enough that will last you, for a good, at least half of the camp it's going to last you. You might have to make it one more time. All right, I'm going to do another little comparison. That's not too bad, eh? Good sizing. What do you think? Aren't they amazing? So right now what you would do, once you've rolled all the balls, obviously then you'd go ahead and you'd blend the rest of the mixture, just like we did before, and store these in a little container, a little, a sealed container in the fridge. Store them in the fridge. I'll put them on here so Coco can have a little look at them. Store them in the fridge, sealed container, for 2 to 3 weeks, and they will firm up in the fridge, which is really, really nice. They're quite nice when they're just served cold straight from the fridge. But even popping one of these into your lunchbox, off to work, this is so much better than having, some type of gluten-laden muffin or something like that. If you're feeling a little bit peckish at work, these will really hit the spot, and they're so delicious. And as we were talking about before, and this is for anyone who is thinking about how do I navigate, this time of the year, which is for all of you who are watching it live, it's obviously January, you know that already. But how do you navigate this time of the year and make sure that you are getting as many healthy recipes into your diet as possible? Because that's really the key, isn't it? It's staying healthy. But in order to stay healthy, you've got to have these things already ready for you. So the key to success when it comes to this type of lifestyle and making some pretty major lifestyle changes, which for a lot of us, we like to start our year off with considering all these types of factors, right? So having things prepared like this, like making sure your sticky sauces and then you've made pickles, you've got things in your fridge, you've always got your chopped ginger and your chopped garlic, and you've got these little healthy treats as well. And of course I have hundreds of healthy treats that you could make and store in your fridge, so that when you get to that moment where you're like, that moment, and look, I'm guilty, this is probably one of the biggest downfalls for me as well, is it gets to a certain part of the day, I've eaten really good lunch, and and then Mahay and I, maybe we're relaxing, once we've finished work, and it's that moment that I go, I'd just like to have something really small just to kind of, satisfy me just that little bit more. And that's, if there's nothing in the house like this, that's the time where I will go searching for things in the cupboards, hoping to find something that I can snack on. So I always make sure to have things like my healthy seed weed crackers, recipes in, is it in this? No, recipes in Eat Your Way Slim and Healthy. I always make sure to have some type of savoury cracker ready, cooked already in my pantry. I like to have something in the fridge like this, or maybe there's a slice of a really healthy cake. These types of, you know, moments determine whether we stay, you know, to the course or whether we may fall off a little bit. And the more we are able, and it's just about making these little tiny changes, the more we are able to stay on course, the longer we're able to stay on course, the more success we will have long term. So preparation really is key to this. Being prepared, having your snacks ready for when you have a snack attack, having healthy things that you take to work or you take to school or you pop into the lunchbox. And of course, these are really good for kids too because they're nut free, so kids can take these to school as well, which is another reason why I created them after someone said, please can you make ginger crunch? I was like, I've got a healthy version of ginger crunch. They are exceptional. I know you're going to love them. If you haven't already tried them, put them on your list of things to do. You will not be disappointed. So I look forward to starting the boost camp with everyone next Monday. It's not too late to join us on our 28-day boost camp. Just be aware that there are consequences to joining us in 28-day boost camp. Like, you might have to go shopping and buy a new wardrobe because your clothes won't fit anymore, which is so exciting. I love it so much. Our last boost camp was so incredibly successful that we have had 90% of people who did our last boost camp, which was in November and December, 90% have come back for round 2. That's how good it is. So I look forward to seeing familiar faces, meeting new people in the boost camp, and also don't forget you can get this recipe. It is in more from Bridget's Healthy Kitchen in the green book if you got the green book, and you can make your own. If not, watch the video again and you can make your own ginger crunch amaze balls. Until next time, everyone, please be safe, please be well, take care, talk soon, bye.